I'm joined by Dave Allen. Of course, you've got a massive, massive fight coming up in your hometown of Doncaster. You're headlining. Philip Hergovich is coming to Doncaster, a phrase I thought no one here would ever say.
Yeah.
It's quite special, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm proud of it really. He's rated 4 with the Ring magazine and he's coming to my home city now to box me at my local football ground. That I was brought up only a couple of miles away from. So the overriding emotion is pride, you know. However I've managed to do it, I'm not actually sure how I've managed to do it, but however we have managed to do it, he's coming. And I put myself really one fight away from mixing it with the biggest names in the division. I think Hergovich is one of the best, but winning this will put me in the mix of all of them.
What do you feel like the atmosphere is going to be like on that day? If you just kind of run through it, you're doing your ring walk, there's thousands and thousands of people there singing for you, they're all there for you.
Yeah.
How do you think it's going to go?
Yeah, it was like, it happened in Sheffield with the Matmadov fight, and I weren't ready for it though. I didn't anticipate that I'd get that kind of reception, so it took me back a little bit. I was a bit emotional and I was a bit panicky. It was a different to anything I've experienced before, but yeah, I expect a good cheer and a good atmosphere. It's outside, so hopefully it won't take me by. I won't be took by surprise this time, and I can keep my emotions together. But it'll be a good night for the people that are there. You know, it's like people that went to the Sheffield show at Matmadov. They said it's a night they'll never forget. I got beat, but still a night they'll never forget because of the atmosphere. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. The Matmadov fight, that was a competitive fight. Unfortunately, didn't come through. But some people will be perhaps looking at this one saying, Hergovich is probably a tougher opponent than Matmadov. So how do you feel like going into that knowing that Hergovich is one of the top guys in the division?
I quite like it though, because there's no pressure on me. You know, when I boxed Matmadov, everyone thought I was going to win, and I'm thinking people really think I'm going to beat Matmadov. So I like the no pressure thing. I'm not very good with pressure, so the fact that no one gives me a chance for me is great for me. Yeah.
So I was going to ask you, what have you made of Hergovich so far? Like, obviously, you met him, I think, for the first time at the press conference.
Yep.
What did you make of him then?
I thought it was all right. You know, he was a bit like Zac Efron's character in High School Musical.
Yeah.
Like a bit of a arsehole, a bit of a jock. You know, like the handsome guy that knows he's handsome and just he knows it, don't he? He knows he's the boy. He knows he can fight. He knows he's good. But I thought we got on really well. I think we could be mates. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Does it depend on how fight night goes, or is it?
Nah, he's all right. You know, I've lost 9 fights now. I'm mates with all of them, so I thought it was all right. You know, he's ultra confident, and there's nothing wrong with that. But he's very confident, and he fancies himself, and yeah, I thought it was all right.
So then I do want to ask about. Obviously, you've just said he's ultra confident. I mean, we posted a clip a couple of days ago of like the head-to-head that you guys did, and some people in the comments were saying that Hergovich almost seemed a bit jealous. He had a bit of a bee in his bonnet over kind of what you have in terms of the fan base, whereas he's got the ability. What do you make of that? Is there any part of you that also thinks that, or have you?
Not really. No, I don't. I try to think as little as possible. To be honest, that's my thing. Thinking causes feelings, so I tend to not think too much.
Unless it's about Luke Littler and Mo Farah, of course.
I give that a lot of thought, mate. But no, I don't think so. I don't think there's jealousy. I don't think there's anything really. We're just two competitors. We're gonna compete. He's confident he'll win. He'll probably be upset if he loses to a big fat guy from Donny. He'll be very sad. But yeah, I don't think so. No. People shouldn't read into face-offs and press conferences because fights aren't won there. Fights are won in the ring. So whatever happens at the press conferences, I take zero from them. They're just a chance for me to try and make people laugh. That's essentially it for me. Yeah.
So in an ideal world for you, if you start off, you wake up and it's the day of the fight.
Yeah.
How does the whole day look like for you?
Just chilling all day. I'll be at home, play Football Manager, watch YouTube. There'll be a Saturday, FA Cup final day, I believe.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Probably watch the FA Cup final, bit of horse racing, might have some cricket on. That's it really, just chilling all day, eating, watching TV, YouTube. Yeah, it's going to be a great day.
Yeah, of course. post-fight, Philip Hergovich, he always goes to a Mackey's after the fight. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know that, no.
Is there any chance that we could see you take Philip Hergovich to McDonald's in Doncaster after the fight, or is that off the cards?
If you would like to, yeah, I'm all for that. Yeah.
He always walks to one apparently.
Yeah, there's one about half a mile away.
Right.
I'm happy to get, if he pays, I'm happy to take him.
Yeah, it'd be nice to chip that. Another thing I wanted to pick up on is for the ring walk. You said in the presser that Louis Tomlinson, there were talks of whether he'd sing it. Is there any advancement on that? Is it possible?
I've been talking to him. He's in Mexico. Devo, you know Devo? MC Devo?
I don't, I'm afraid.
MC Devo, yeah. He's been in touch. He wants to do a little something, fight week. But we'll stick with Frank Sinatra my way. Feels a goal, Eva Cassidy. But who will sing them? That could be a surprise.
Nice. And obviously, a week before your fight, we've got another huge heavyweight fight, Wardley Dubois up in Manchester. Just wanted to get your thoughts on that. How do you see it?
I think it's an amazing fight. I think it's the best fight that can be made in the division, in the country. It's a better fight than Joshua Fury, to be honest, but they're not superstars, are they? You know, they're very, very, very good fighters. But they're still, you know, they're still young. So yeah, I think it's the best fight in the heavyweight division. You know, 2 knockout punchers, 2 guys in the prime, and I couldn't really give you a confident prediction on who I think will win either.
If I had to push you for just Wardley or Dubois,
I go Dubois because I always pick against Wardley every time. I'd never pick Wardley to win a fight ever. He knows that as well. He pulled me on it once, so I'm going to go for Dubois because if I picked Fabio Wardley, Wardley would be worrying that I'd picked him. So I'm going to go Dubois, a bit more experience. And I think he's a different level of puncher to what Wardley's faced so far. But Wardley, you never say never. I wouldn't be shocked if he beat all of them.
Have you sparred either of them?
I sparred Dubois when he was 18. I did a few rounds with Fabio at one of Dylan White's camp, but not proper sparring. He was only just starting out.
Nice. Well, we look forward to that fight and we look forward to your fight as well.
Cheers, mate.